It's an amazing opportunity to go from this level to that level in a very short time with the best in terms of training.
Whatever it is that you have, maybe what the BBC is looking for, you need to take this opportunity seriously and apply. For more details on how to apply, please visit bbc.com/Comedemore. This is BBC World News. I'm Geetha Gurumurthy. Our top stories. Global infections from the coronavirus rise to more than 100,000, including over 1,200 new cases in Iran. In the US, President Trump approves an $8.3 billion emergency spending bill to respond to the first outbreak.
I think financial markets will bounce back as soon as this really bounces back. Don't forget, they're down probably 10 or 11% from where they were.
At least 32 people are killed in an attack in a memorial ceremony in Kabul, just days after the signing of a ceasefire. Also in the programme, we speak to the Canadian singer Alanis Morissette, a quarter of a century after her hugely successful album, Jagged Little Pill.
Good evening, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, hello. I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing good. I'm back from the business trip. That is why I was not present the previous Friday. Otherwise,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw a post in your group that you were in trip. That's why there wasn't a meeting, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
So that is why I wasn't present. I was on a business trip, and
I was sitting near my computer and I was thinking, where are you and why the conference doesn't start?
yeah, I understand, but it can happen, and it happens. So anyway, that's my news. So how about your news? What's new?
Nothing new. Yeah, nothing new.
So
Routine life.
we've been together for quite a while, and still you don't see the point. It's not very it doesn't sound very polite when somebody asks you what's new and you say nothing new. You have to say just at the very least a couple of sentences. You have to get prepared before the class. Okay, just take your time. I will be back to you about your news, and I will ask Dasha.
Okay.
So Dasha, hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I am fine. And you?
I'm doing good, thank you. What is new?
Everything as usual, but I finally recovered from I broke my leg, as I said before, a couple of weeks ago, and I recovered, and I'm happy about it.
Okay, I understand. Okay, very good.
Okay,
yeah.
Actually, I have some news. First, I congratulated my mom with 8th March and all the girls in our class. And I had a swimming competitions, but unfortunately I lost it. Okay. I'm not sad.
it happens. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
It can happen. Why not? That's all right. What kind of a competition? What was the level of this competition? Was it city level or district?
Yes, city level.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. All right. So that sounds good to me. And what I want to do, I want to show you how to say, how to talk, how you are supposed to talk about, like you said, about 8th of March. Okay. So I will make it bigger just for everybody to see. So you said that I congratulated my mom with the 8th of March. Are you sure that this is correct? Dasha, are you sure that this is the correct?
No, I understood it's not correct with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Dasha, have you any idea how to say properly?
Maybe congratulated on?
Yeah, that's the preposition should be on, but there is another thing which is very important. This is very formal, and we never say it to the women. We never say it to women on their day. We say, I wish you happy Women's Day. I wish you happy Women's Day, and that's we usually say I wish you I wish you happy Easter, for example. That will be the next holiday, right?
We don't say the date, yes, of the day.
No, it's the 8th of March. It's nobody knows that. Yeah, maybe some people know, but mostly people know a little bit about Women's Day. That they do not know it all. But that's not the problem. The problem is not the 8th of March. The problem is that the word congratulate, that's a very, very formal word. We do not use it a lot. Okay. We use it only, like, for example, in the conversation. For example, you said that I passed my exam, and you say congrats. So that's how we use the word congrat, or you can say, and it will be formal, congratulations.
Yeah, now I understand.
Yeah, that's what we say. Congratulations, congrats, and that's like the official way to talk. I congratulate you on your birthday. That's very official. Okay. Dasha, you understand?
Yes.
So how would you say поздравляю вас с Днем Защитника Отечества? How would you say that in English?
It's the question for Dasha or for me?
Yes, that's for Dasha.
Okay.
Please.
I wish you happy. I don't know how to say защитник.
All right. Mark, what would you say?
Защитник, maybe defender, no?
Defender W. And in English, we do not say Отечество. That's more like a German word, Vaterland. It's fatherland. It's a very rare word, motherland or fatherland. It's slightly different. So I wish you a happy, for example, Patriots Day, or Soldiers Day, Soldiers Day. You can play with it. You can just when you have this situation, you can think which is the most appropriate word. Okay. Now, any questions here? We have a visitor. Hello, Yana. Do you want to say hello to us? Please do say hello. Yeah, I don't think that she is inclined to talk, but that's all right. So, any questions here?
No.
I have no questions too.
All right, very good. So, the big question for today, big question to just to start talking. So the question is, have you ever been homeless? Have you ever been homeless? No? What do you think? Mark, have you ever been homeless?
Nice question, but I can answer that. No, I haven't been homeless.
Mm-hmm.
It's really strange question.
Okay, Dasha, how about you?
Because I have parents, I have flat where I live with them, and I'm happy.
I understand. Dasha, how about you?
I agree with Mark. I have a home.
I understand. So, like you said, that's a very strange question. I don't think so. It just first of all, of course, I didn't invent, I didn't make up this question. That was the question which one of my American teachers asked me during the class. And like you said, many people who were present in the classroom, I mean the Russian people, they were also surprised like you are. But you know, later when I thought a little bit, I understood that I was actually homeless for 4 years, and that's a long story. I will not tell it to you right now. But I have another question. Do you know famous people who were homeless? Can you think of famous people who were homeless?
Famous people who were homeless,
Yeah.
like artists.
Yeah, athletes, actors, and writers, and I don't know.
Homeless. I have no idea, but maybe yes, these people exist.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Nothing is impossible.
Yeah, I understand. Dasha, what do you think?
I can recall
Okay.
one people.
All right. So how about characters from books, movies, cartoons, etc. Do you know some people who, some characters from books, movies, and cartoons who were homeless?
Mowgli.
Yes,
for example.
Yeah, exactly. The pronunciation is Mowgli.
Oh, thanks, Mowgli.
That's
Okay.
not a problem. Yeah. Okay, Dasha, can you think of something else?
I remember a film but I forgot the name of this film.
No, that doesn't matter. Just tell us the story or whatever.
Oh, okay, I'll try.
Yeah, please do.
It was a man and his son, and he lived in a small apartment, and his dad couldn't find a job, and they how can I say выселить?
They were evicted. 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 They were evicted. Okay.
Oh, okay. Evicted.
Mm-hmm.
They were evicted, and after that, because of the man's determination, he found a job, and after that, he bought an apartment, and he lived with his son and his wife. Happy end.
Okay. Thank you. So just a couple of things I want to remind you. You know that I asked this question to almost each and every student of mine, and I have small kids, like let's say 9, 10 year old students, and so what they say, well, they say that, for example, one boy told me that once they were up in the mountains with his dad, and they were run out of petrol or gasoline. I'm sorry, but this I didn't do anything.
What happened?
I don't know. It's just like they did this without any warning. It says that the connection was poor and then they disconnected. But that's not on my side, definitely. That's on their side. And I'm very sorry about that. So that boy, 9-year-old.
No, it's not your fault.
So the boy, 9-year-old, he went to the mountains in a car with his dad. And all of a sudden, they realized that they ran out of petrol or gasoline. And so they didn't know what to do, and they stayed in the mountains for 2 nights. They spent 2 nights in the mountains. They didn't have anything to eat. They didn't have anything to drink. And so after 2 days, they decided to push the car down the hill, down the road. And so they pushed and pushed it until the cell phone was able to pick up the signal. And so after that, it was possible for them to give a call to their friends, and their friends came and brought some gasoline to them. Okay, so that's the story. Like you said, that you live in an apartment, and you live in a flat, you live in a house, you live in a home, and you have no idea how it's possible to be homeless. Yeah, be very careful about that, because you know that any person, any human being can become homeless anytime. So that brings us to the question: what do you think? How, when, and how people become homeless, or when and how, or maybe why do people become homeless? Why do people become homeless? Okay, so what do you think?
Because maybe their relatives just evict them, or maybe a tragedy happens, so they have no home. For example, there was a large fire and this fire destroyed all the flats in the house, and now lots of people don't have home to live, and they are homeless.
Okay. Dasha, do you want to add something? When and how why do people
maybe
why do people become homeless?
I suppose that they may do it in deliberate way, maybe in a way to try out yourself. That's it.
Okay, so you know that I have this question in many English textbooks. So it's you know, it's possible to write an essay like that. Okay, that's then the question to you: is it possible? Is it possible that you become homeless one day? Is it possible?
Yes, of course, it is possible.
What should happen? In what situation?
Okay, maybe I will have an argument with my parents and they evict me from the home, or maybe I don't know, let me think.
Okay. Yeah, I think they will never do it. You are, you know, you are exaggerating.
I agree.
Yeah, you are exaggerating. Yeah, I don't think that your parents can do that. Okay, Mark, what do you think?
How I said earlier, nothing is impossible. So I absolutely agree with Dasha, and maybe one day big trouble, ну, появится очень большая проблема.
Say it in English.
Happen.
Happen. I forgot the word. Will happen a big trouble. So after that trouble, there will be no more chance to live in the flats.
Okay.
Yes, I think this is possible, and I'm really afraid of it.
Yeah, but see, you know, in English we say if you are forewarned, you are protected. So the meaning is if you are planning, then probably this will not happen to you. Like for example, you know that why wouldn't you buy? Why wouldn't you buy an apartment or a house? Because you know, nowadays it's possible to take mortgage. I think that you don't know this word in English, but you definitely know this word in Russian. That's this is the money which you loan from the bank. Okay, loan from the bank. Okay, so that means that you will be able to buy an apartment. Okay, what do you think? Is it possible to buy an apartment?
Yes, I think it's possible, and it can protect you from becoming homeless.
Dasha?
Yeah, I think it is possible. I agree with Mark, and if I'll get a job, and I'll earn enough money to buy an apartment.
Okay. Good. And you know, another girl, which is also like 9 or 10 years old, she reminded me of another story. And you know, this story, my parents didn't allow me, didn't permit me to read it when I was in my young age, when I was a small boy. I have no idea why, and so I didn't read this story at all. But how about you? I think that you know this Disney movie, right? I haven't watched it. I have no idea what's this story about. Tarzan story. Do you know this story?
I
haven't
watched the
watched it as
film,
well.
but I don't know the story.
You watched the movie, okay? And Dasha, how about you?
I haven't watched this movie as well.
But do you know the story?
No.
Huh?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. If you don't know, that's all right. So I just want to remind you. Okay, let me just get prepared a little bit. I will show you right now a couple of examples from the books about that. So first of all, yeah, let's see. This is the book from the beginner level, and that's the homeless person, beginner level. Okay. So the question to you is, it's here. What does this person need? Say 5 sentences. What does he need? And an example, he needs a haircut. What else?
He needs new trousers.
New trousers.
He needs new boots.
New boots.
He needs an apartment, maybe.
A what?
There is so many things. An apartment, because there are so many things, and I think he's homeless.
Yeah, this guy is homeless. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
He needs a new jacket.
Mark, what does he need?
What does this man need? From these items?
No, not these items. It's just from the picture.
And what does he need?
Yeah.
Need to how to say this?
Maybe he needs
start
nothing.
having a home. What does he need for this?
Okay, Dasha, you were saying something.
Maybe he needs nothing because he looks happy.
I don't know. Yeah, that's probably...
He looks happy because he wants somebody give him some money.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. All right, and so see, here we have, and again, this is the beginner level, and this is the wild boy story, and that's the beginning of the first part of the story. If you can see it, that's a boy, and the boy is pretty famous now. It's in France, in the village of Saint-Sernin. So he lived in the woods like Mowgli, and people found him. And you see, he couldn't talk. He made strange animal sounds instead. They gave him food. He smelled it, and he ate only potatoes and drank only water. So later on, the scientists became very much interested in this boy, and they wanted to study him. And then he started to live in Paris. And then he lived in Paris for 28 years, and then he died. And people just forgot about him. So he learned to wear clothes. He learned to eat with a knife and a fork. He learned to spell some words. His favorite word was let. Let is milk in French, because he liked milk. He learned to draw. He learned to read and write a little, but he never learned to talk, and he never learned to understand speech. So, and then his name was Victor at that time, but originally people gave him the name Joseph. So that's the story of wild boy, like we are talking today about homeless people. And so just rounding up this short conversation, I want you to kind of remember these couple of examples, what can happen to people. Just that's not a you know, invented story, made up story, but that's a documentary story which happened. So what do you think about that? Any ideas? Okay, you kind of it's a little bit sad for you, but remember that the questions for your essay might be very unusual. Like last time, I think that we talked about the question if it is possible for if it is possible for robots to replace human beings. Do you remember that? Robots against human beings. Will they replace them? What do you think? So that's the question from the essay for this year in the demo version of YEGE. So what do you think? Will robots replace human beings?
I think yes, because the world is improving, and I think that the robots in near future can replace human beings.
Mm-hmm. Mark, are you with us? Hello, Mark.
Yeah, sorry, I was away. Yes, what? I was drinking water.
So that's the question from the essay this year, demo version. Can robots replace human beings?
Can robots replace human beings?
Yes.
I think yes, but not always, because some work people have to do, but not robots.
Okay. And I think that
maybe
yes, please go ahead.
Maybe some creative work, I think, which robots can't do right now. Maybe in near future they learn to do these creative works.
Okay. So I'm trying to find this YEGE for this year. Yeah, I think it's no, it's grammar books. No, I will not find it now. I'm sorry about that, but you can trust me that this is for the this essay. Okay, and we have a couple of minutes more, so I have a kind of a, because you know it's kind of a very sad talking about homeless people and robots and human beings. I want you to have some fun. So what do you think? As I said, that I worked in my business trip with Americans, and one of them, his name is Brian, and he used some Russian words which he read in he saw only printed Russian words, and he had to use it in his job. So which word did he pronounce like keksep? What is the word which Brian pronounced like keksep? And this is the Russian word. So the meaning is that he read the Russian word, the Russian letters, but he doesn't know Russian language at all. And so he read it keksep. What is the word in Russian?
I have no idea.
Why so? Mark, what do you think?
It's hard for me too. I have no idea.
Okay.
Can you repeat what he said?
All right. I will not repeat because see, you're just not listening. I will give you another example. So for many years, Americans just were asking me, what is the meaning of CCCP? They saw this word on our astronauts' helmets.
Oh, SSR?
No, it's just astronaut, just hold on, astronaut, no, not helmet. Yeah, I can show it to you, just like, let's see, for example, if you go and have a look at, just hold on. Sorry, that's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. So we have Yuri Gagarin and helmet. Okay, Yuri Gagarin helmet. So you see, this is what Americans usually saw. They say, what does that mean? CCCP. What does that mean?
SSR.
Yeah, but they didn't understand that. They didn't recognize. Now, Mark.
They thought that this was English letters.
They just read it like CCCP. I want you to see it. And so my question to you is, what is the Russian word? The same play on letters. So we have the Russian word, which the American person read as keksep. What is the Russian word? Keksep. And wait, yeah.
Keksep.
Yeah. What is the word? What is the Russian word? And you know it. You use it every day.
Keksep. Keksep. It is Russian word, but your English friend read it like people read CCCP, yes?
Yes, like the English letters. Correct.
Keksep, okay. I'll try to guess. Keksep. Keksep.
Okay, Dasha, any ideas?
I just write in this word and I have no idea what is this.
Okay, if you just tell me if you give up. When you give up, I will write because the time is running out.
Okay, we give up. What is this?
You give up. Dasha, do you give up? Dasha.
Please tell faster. It's less than 1 minute.
I know. Dasha, do you give up?